Okay, thanks, Tapio. Yeah, I just to maybe when I believe that abduction is illegal. If a person has been suspected of something, there must be proper steps followed in terms of arresting that person. So the thing is like what you were saying that we've been letting these guys getting away with it for a long time, and now they normalize that abnormality. So it is time whereby the people must gather and try to wrestle back their power so that they can be able to hold government accountable. But as we see things happen, it's like each and every day which passes, people are losing more power. So the thing is like how as a country are we going to tackle this problem? Because we have a lot of cases. Maswas mentioned some of the cases here of people who were abducted and disappeared. Some were found dead, and if almost everyone here is somehow affected. You probably lost a relative, a friend, or someone due to these illegal abductions. And yesterday I was watching a video of baboons. There was a leopard which was attacking one of their own, the other baboon, and they team up to fight a leopard until the leopard ran away from the baboons. So sometimes it's not about how powerful a leopard is, but it's about the unit of the prey. It's about the unit of the victims. Unfortunately, someone who is in ZANU-PF today will say, no, this is actually 4%. But even people from ZANU-PF are being acted. If you are found to be out of line in terms of ZANU-PF way of doing things, they abduct you, they kill you. If you go back, look the likes of Border Gezi, the likes of Elliot Manyika, and so many guys or comrades from ZANU-PF, they are no more. And some guys from the army, they are also losing their life. Year in, year out, we are losing generals. So yes, someone will say that this is not a problem because I'm in ZANU-PF and it's only affecting the opposition people. But tomorrow it will be your uncle who is in ZANU-PF just because he challenged someone in a primary election, or he's trying to challenge someone in a primary election. And so at the end of the day, we are all going to suffer because of this system. This system is not good for anyone. Be it you are in ZANU-PF, you are in opposition. It's not good for anyone. So as Zimbabweans, let's start to think as Zimbabweans who want to build their country. We put the political jackets aside and try to tackle the problem together and correct our government to say, no, whenever you are dealing with these issues, if someone is found, is suspected of wrongdoing, use the proper channel of investigating the person. So I thank so much for your contribution. I see a lot of hands are up.
I forgot also just one more point. I think the problem in Zimbabwe ndio kuti hatina a criminal network here underworld. I think underworld balances power between those in power, like government power, and the civilian. Because kune madon ekuti like ukaenda Manchester, people don't call the police. Pane vamwe vanhu vanoda kushandisa abuse power. They basically balance power. They don't necessarily kill you, but if they know there's a dawn, when you actually think twice before you abuse power. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. I see there's Dobbs and the great, I think the great Charumbira. So can I start with Dobbs, then Charumbira?
Yeah, many thanks for highlighting to say the issue of being a victim doesn't have any political affiliation. that is the truth. But then when we fight it, we must understand it to say, even if you witness it, report it, take photos, gather evidence. Now everybody have got a camera, because I do understand everybody have got a camera phone. Just take that photograph, and it's a done deal. If you fear to talk about it, because I talked about when that advocate was there. I talked about another similar case where somebody was seen adopting, and the police charged him with murder, to say, we don't care whether we find him or not. You have murdered him until we find it. We are not going. You are not cooperating to tell us where did you put him. So we are just assuming that you have murdered him. And that was that. And that was during about 2000, somewhere there. And it went on like that. Unfortunately, it was ZANU-PF being involved. And that person, again, the whole team was murdered. You know how ZANU-PF operate. So I think where we fear to gather evidence, even if we go to police, even if we go to lawyers, without anything to show, to prove, to say this is what have happened, it goes like what normally happened. To say we see it happen and we don't want to be a witness. We just wanted to say, because it's not me, I'm safe for the time being. But our life doesn't go, it will affect you the other day, because it's just like a snake. To say, if you see it crawling into your neighbor, you say, I don't have to kill it. It's going to my neighbor. It won't attack my kids or my chickens. It will attack. It will come and attack you one day, because it's still alive. So that issue of dealing with the kidnapping, we can resolve it nowadays, as long as you gather evidence to say there's somebody who have done it. It's a done deal. And we have understand to say, when somebody is known, whether we find it that it don't board or not, that assumption that the kidnapped, the victim is already murdered, is a good thing within our law, to say we can just use it. Whether they would admit it to say they've done it or not is one or another thing. But we have this situation where they've admitted to say they've kidnapped somebody, even the state itself. We know the Justina Mkoko's case, to say it's one of those where they admitted to say they've kidnapped him. Yeah. And end up paying a compensation. But if it wasn't somebody who have leaked it, we don't know what could have happened to you. That is where we have to understand it, to say we all need to teach others and to mobilize people to say, if this is happening, you do A, B, C, D. There were other things. We have that zeal to say, even if we find them destroying their house, demolishing their house, we are taking photos and doing anything. What's wrong with taking photos if somebody is being kidnapped? I don't understand. We are allowed to do that. Of course, you can be victimized, but you are already a victim. You are already, by that time when your neighbor is being kidnapped, you are already a victim, because we don't know whether you are the next one or not. So to act fast, you need yourself to save yourself. You do save others, while at least you are saving yourself. So the moment we understand that, we'll do away with that issue of being kidnapped, because this issue of taking photographs, they have worked on several occasions. I've seen somebody have seen somebody destroying my property. And I reported it to the police, to pretend to say I just suspect is him, without coming up to say is him. The moment they started, the moment he was talking about to say you are making false allegation, I will sue you, I just sent him a video clip. to say, oh, no, you will sue me. And they sent the person who was the investigation officer, the police who was investigating it, to say, this is the person. Here is the evidence. Straight, he was away to the police, straight away to the police to try to negotiate, to say, can I just compensate him or do A, B, C, D? I just say, yeah, it's all right. Just compensate him. I will drop the charge. But without it, he's the one who was threatening me to say, you have to compensate me because you have made false allegation against me. My lawyer will deal with it. So that issue of gathering evidence to say that event have taken place is what is important, rather than rushing to the lawyer, to the police without anything to show. It will come where it is. So let me just end up here, because I was just reminding ourselves to say we also need to play our part. It doesn't need to say I myself, I also have to mobilize others to say, if you see such event, let other people know. Nowadays, we have people who are being killed daily now. We check the murder rate in Zimbabwe. It's very up, but people are not being arrested. We say police, they don't bother. Maybe because we don't give them tips, whatever. We can tell them, we hide information. And it end up where we are now, to say people now no longer fear committing those crimes, because they just know that they will go away with it. Thanks a lot, everybody. Let me end up here. The ends have increased enough.